welcome to the League of Excellent Negroes. We are back again, back again. We're a podcast dedicated to nerdiness in all forms and how our love for this culture intersects with our experience as Black nerds. This intersection is home to our love of character, story, and diversity and creativity. We're so excited to be on this journey with you. We hope to create a community for all blerds and nerds in general. We hope to add to the culture by discussing all things nerd from an Afrofuturist mindset. We want to discuss our love of nerd culture in a way that assumes Black people and all people of color belong, are valued, and add depth to the stories being told. Join us no matter where your nerd takes you. We'll be discussing it all: Star Wars, Star Trek, board and video games, TV and movements, moments and movements in the culture, with as much coolness as we can muster. Today, we're getting together to work through what's been happening in the culture. So I'm going to ask everyone to go around and say your name, introduce yourself, and tell us your favorite villain. Jay, do you want to get us started?
Favorite villain?
Yes.
Also, I will say, good job, Crystal. Let's give Crystal a round of applause. We just kind of threw it like.
I was like, wait a second. Yeah.
To the wolves and the sharks.
I know. I was like, wait, what's going on?
My bad, y'all.
Freeze frame, you guys.
Okay, favorite villain. My favorite villain right now is Daemon Targaryen.
Who is not really a villain.
Jules, we just doing introductions right now.
He is.
I love.
But I love him.
Okay, so Jay, what's your why? What's your why there?
Because
that's
he's horrible. He is a horrible person.
He's doing it right.
Absolute. His name is Damon. He's a demon. But
He's so
Matt
cute.
Smith plays him perfectly. And he's my favorite doctor. I love Matt Smith. So Daemon Targaryen is my favorite villain right now. He may not always be a villain. No, actually he will. But he's on a I had to think, how does the story end? But he's on a redemption arc. So I think that, before the absolute end, I don't know.
He might do something nice. He might do a couple of nice things.
He might do a couple nice things before he kills everybody.
Yeah. Alex, introduce yourself and your favorite villain.
My name is Alex. I am an illustrator in Omaha, Nebraska. And my favorite villain, I was going to say Apocalypse, but I think Apocalypse is more like Thanos, where he's like just kind of misunderstood. Like what he wants is actually the right choice, but you just don't see it yet. So I'm gonna say Beast is my favorite villain.
Oh no!
In 2019, when Krakoa started, Beast was tasked to the team X-Force. And X-Force is kind of like the CIA of the X-Men. And he completely decided that the ends justified the means and just did all kinds of war crimes for 5 years until he became a fugitive, cloned himself, the clone killed him, and now we have the old Beast back. Just a nice full circle for him.
Oh my goodness.
He got to go back to his old ways. Okay. Yeah. Jules, what about you?
I am still watching Star Trek on repeat. So I would say my favorite villain of all time has got to be Gul Dukat. Space Nine. Gul Dukat was like the best Star Trek villain ever. Just ruthless. Kill them all. He's a tyrant. But I just watched the Maquis Part 1 and 2. Like I'm on Deep Space Nine, season 2, season 3. I'm telling you.
Same show. The Kai is giving him a run for his money.
Yes.
She's horrendous.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Kai Wynn is a really good villain. You're so right. But Gul Dukat, like, got her beat.
All right. So I guess we're on to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Thank you. Marcus?
I'm Marcus. I'm a board game designer, web developer, stuff like that. My favorite villain right now is Giancarlo Esposito. Not any specific character he's playing, because he's always playing the same guy. But in everything he does, he's a great villain.
He's so good. He's so good.
Brother Almighty.
What's like
I mean, just the man is better than you, and it comes condescendingly out of his mouth the entire time. And you're just like, yeah, I don't know how we're going to beat this guy. He's clearly better than us.
he's just better. Yeah.
And he told us condescendingly.
He told us. And it was true. Did you see him kill that guy?
Hilarious.
He's better
Stephanie.
than me.
Hello, I'm Stephanie. She, her pronouns. I am in Kansas, and I don't know that I like villains. I like more of an anti-hero. Every villain I keep thinking of, I'm like, are they really? Magneto wasn't actually the villain. So like, I think I'm drawn to that other character that's making the decided upon hero great. If I gotta pick someone, I'm gonna say the Birdman, the winged footman from Wakanda Forever, Black Panther. But was he a villain? But like, was he a villain though?
He had his reasons.
He killed Mama.
Yes.
like we
He
can
had
see
his
where you're coming
reasons.
from. Like I see where you're coming from, sir, but you should not be out here working.
His methods are wild, but like, you know, he stood on principle. He stood on business. So, you know, that's where I'm
He
at.
stood on next.
Yes.
Over them.
What was his name? It was not Namor, but Namor.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Oh, is that who Birdman was? I was like, who is
Yes.
Birdman? I was
Yes.
confused. I didn't want to ask. I didn't want to be rude, but I was like, I have to ask what scene this was, because when did Birdman? Because Birdman is a whole.
He's got the little wings on his
It's a person.
feet.
Yeah, it's a person.
Yeah.
That's a whole character.
Not from the 99s and 2000s. Like
Okay.
or
Okay, see, yep, I got it now.
Spider-Man.
Yep.
Okay. I have taken us off a bad path. Crystal.
You got me
let's
there.
get back. Okay.
Yeah. Let's come back. My name's Crystal, and I'm your host for this evening. And I'm also like drawn to anti-heroes, but actually, like my favorite villain, like true villain, is Joker, because he just he just really enjoys what he does. Like he's having a great time. He's coming up with inventive ways to kill everybody. He's really trying to go for maximum effort. How many people can I kill at once? And he's loving it. And I'm like, if you're gonna do something, you might as well do it to the best of your ability. I mean, we'll talk more about why they're making a Joker too, but that's not for now.
She really
now,
kind of way,
When you think about it, Batman is Joker's villain. You're bothering me right now. I'm not. You know, we could do this separately, and I wouldn't be bothered at all.
I had a great
Joker's
plan.
like, you could actually leave me alone.
Yeah.
That's a possibility. Oh, well, thanks everyone for taking that time to talk about your favorite villain or anti-hero. As the host, I'm going to take a privilege to say, Stephanie, everyone you mentioned is a villain. Moving on, though, we're talking. No.
Magneto was right. Magneto was right. He was.
No option for feedback. As the host, I am
being right. Being the villain can sometimes be the same thing.
I'm not going to say I'm pro-separatist. I'm just not going to say it.
But we're gonna move forward. Today our topic is just really talking about how we interact with the culture, all the things that have happened to get us up to speed so we can keep moving forward with our podcast. So today we're starting with Kendrick Lamar and how we felt about him, in my opinion, kind of running the world for maybe a couple of weeks. Like I did not realize how much I loved him until Not Like Us dropped.
So he made a dance.
What about you guys?
Okay.
I want to put this in my Venn diagram of stuff that I'm just killing it this year. Cat Williams was right about.
It's because you just knew.
Well, I've always liked Kendrick Lamar since he was like in his mixtape era, but he's always been somebody who people just kind of like say he's the best. We just kind of like all just kind of unanimously agree. And the only way you know if someone is the best is, run a race against somebody else or, outdo something more than somebody else, and so it was cool to just root for your home team and just bring home a W. You know what I mean? That was nice. He did it for us.
He did it for, he did it for
Was
the
a battle
culture.
though? Like, was it a battle? Like, he didn't have to lean his torso
Oh,
past
I
the finish
know.
line. Like, he just won.
It was like a master class in beef.
It was that.
It was amazing.
So do we have any Drake aficionados here? Is it hard to still be a
Can they
Drake
come
aficionado
out of their
in this
cave
culture?
anymore?
Yeah.
Oh, they are.
I don't know that I am a Drake aficionado, but I like Take Care Drake. Okay, I like Views Drake. Like Drake in Future, no. Like I'm too sexy.
I'm with you.
Nerdy, but like I miss old school like sensitive vibe, like crying Drake. That's what I need back.
Well,
Hotline Bling.
crying Drake
That was
back.
it.
You like Drake with the melodies. You don't like Drake when he got
Yes, I knew. I was trying not to say it.
tough.
Yeah.
I like Drake when he was a pop rap star, like not like when he
Yes.
tries to be a real rapper. I'm like, this is not for me.
He never tried that. He didn't.
Yeah,
try.
stop that. I will
have
say
to admit,
Kendrick spoke to my nerd when he said, "Let me put y'all on game for a second." I was like, "Please, I'm ready to learn." And then he
He crip walked right over
Proceeded
his
to destroy
the
yeah.
man.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying much attention, but then not like us dropping. I'm like, oh, he
Oh,
fully
you weren't
wanted this
watching
man.
it as it unfolded.
Listen,
I really wasn't. Like, I'm not getting into the minutia of what each lyric means and what
Right.
he said
Oh,
and
yeah.
who about, and you
Not
lied
that,
and
but I just mean for a
fed some
rap
fake
beef.
stuff.
We've
but-
never had so many songs. Usually a rap beef is two
No,
songs,
it's usually
at the most. This was 10 songs.
they could
I
have
mean-
stopped at BBL Drizzy. That
Yeah,
was
they
great.
they could make a joint album out of the beef and just one song after the other for 10 tracks. You could sell that, but they hate each other. So you won't.
Well, I mean, that's clear. I mean, usually these beefs are just like, oh, we're gonna promote each other a little bit. No,
No,
this
What
man
beef was
hates
promoting?
you.
I don't know when
This-
T.I. was
this
not
man
promoting.
hates you.
Was it Young Buck and T.I.?
Like,
Was the beef from 2003s? Oh,
I just-
okay. I'm sorry.
How?
We'll talk about rap beefs another time. That's
I
fine.
mean, how do you let this
Talk
happen?
about like
You
Jay-Z
need-
Nas. Like that was
that's the rap beef I know.
that was
Okay.
that
Oh,
was
okay.
a good like universal like rap beef that was on this level. Like
It
when
was two
Jay-Z,
songs.
yes, but
Mhm.
when Jay-Z did
You do this. and
MTV
it
Live,
It gives you those.
like and then had the ballerina picture. Come on now,
I
like
mean,
that was good.
everybody was
It's
like,
good.
"Oh, it's kind of even." Till not like us
Yeah.
drop, and then it's just like it's over.
He was there to
I'll
BBL
also
Drizzy.
mention like
It was.
I thought Drake had a
never
better
close.
chance. Go ahead, Jade. I'm sorry.
It was
Overspoken.
never even.
No,
No,
Yeah, I
but
disagree.
he meant Jay-Z,
Yeah.
and right.
The
He meant
comments
Jay-Z
was
and
the
Nas.
No,
comments
I-
were pretending like it was even, but we all
Yes.
saw where this was going. It was like a snowball
Yes.
that just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and then he was
It was
crushed
like-
by Not Like Us. But there
Who was
the
it?
first song, where what was he? He was the song where he dropped the piano keys. And first he was talking to his son, and then he was talking to his maybe or maybe not daughter, and then
Family
he was
Matters.
talking to his mom, and
Yeah.
he
And the dad.
ate him up. And then his
Yeah.
dad,
I
it
was
was
like,
Not
this
Like
is-
Us was like a nail in the coffin, but he had already built the system and dug the hole and put him in
Not
it.
like us was dancing on the coffin.
Yeah,
yes.
it was a eulogy.
Yeah.
I mean,
And it was
Not
just
like
it was
us.
so much fun.
Not Like Us took, and there was a TikToker that said this, and it was the most beautiful and accurate description of the beef that I ever heard. Everything before Kendrick had buried him in the ground, and then Family Matters, sealed the coffin, put the dirt on top. And then Not Like Us dug all of the dirt around the coffin up, hurled it into space, dug another crater size hole on the moon, and then put meteors and everything on top.
didn't Drake's
that was
representation like try to like, can y'all stop this, please? And the man needs to have a
Yeah.
career after this is over.
Yeah, I think my favorite were the
As
TikTok montages that made the rap beef soundtracks to anime fights. And it was like the hero was the Kendrick Lamar and the villain was like Drake, and he's like doing all this crazy stuff, but the hero is just like, it was really good.
But I have to say, oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say Drake's not going away.
No.
He's not going away. He was on his Finsta today talking about J. Cole and why Jay-Z wouldn't answer his calls. Like, he will continue to be pervasive. And
say what?
I know. Stephanie is like, what?
I ain't gonna say nothing about Kendrick no more.
Yeah. He's learned his lesson. He's learned his lesson, but he will be back with a fresh album in. Let me give him 90 days. He'll be back with the fresh album.
Okay.
And a new brand.
That long to get some new ghostwriters.
90 days.
Did you see?
He's gonna stick with the same ghostwriters. He's not gonna change up.
They gonna quit.
Right.
They don't want the smoke. They don't want the smoke.
Did you not hear the last song he had in the beef? They quit a long time ago.
Yeah, I think since the beef happened, Drake has had, they're not singles, but Drake has had maybe things like 3 or 4 features, but they've all been with R&B artists. So he's doing what Kendrick told him to do. Keep singing them sing-along songs. Right. We like those.
Which is true, right?
That is my favorite Drake.
Kendrick didn't lie. I love those. I love those.
No, was it?
Yeah, that is my favorite Drake.
Was it Limp Bizkit performed in Toronto last week? And in one of the venues that Drake co-owns or whatever, and the lead singer for Limp Bizkit came out and said, "Hey, oh my God, we got a special guest in the back. We got Drake," and people in Toronto booed.
In Toronto.
In his hometown.
At his venue. And said, "No, we don't want to see him." Like, and you can see the lead singer is like, "But wait a minute, that's your boy, this Drake." And they were like, "No."
They were like, "No."
Yeah, wrong crowd.
But Limp Bizkit is not really.
He's right there.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Boo!" And he said, "Well, we got this song. We love you, Drake. We're gonna sing this song for you."
Okay, we're gonna riot. Do what you want.
Just saying.
Drake
is gonna do what?
So does that change your 90-day prediction, Jules?
No,
he's still gonna put it out. He's a fool.
Today,
does that change your 90-day prediction? Or you're still?
He was dropping knowledge about "I'm Too Good to You" was about Serena. He said that today. And he said, "Take care" was
keep her name out your mouth. Is what he said. Don't talk about Serena.
And he said,
"That's what Kendrick told him." He better
really about Rihanna, which we already knew. But he's dropping
the subject.
He's going back. Yes. He's changing the subject. He is going back to what people love. He's that certified lover boy.
Put out an album called "Minding My Own Business."
Annoying.
I don't know if you guys know the artist Party Next Door. He's signed to Drake's label. That's the next album. It's a Drake Party Next Door joint album.
Really? Okay. We'll see what he's got.
I'm sure it'll be good. I like Party Next Door, and Drake does really good like R&B features when he's like not his song, but he's like on somebody else's song. They use like good features.
You tell me.
Except Sexy Red.
He got beat so bad he's gonna need crutches to put out music for a while.
Back in the wheelchair from Degrassi.
Yeah, he is wheelchair Jimmy again. He's wheelchair Jimmy again.
I think you're right. I think you're back in the wheelchair is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Sit
that
down.
Is
and I'm not here for
ableism. Back in the wheelchair.
Well,
because that is a wild line.
Listen, I'm not here for ableism, but I'm just saying he pretended to be in a wheelchair, so we're gonna have to just use that. Crystal, I knew it was
That's not our fault. We didn't encourage that.
That was an episode about school shooting, and Kendrick was the shooter. just knocked him down. He said, "Ah!" You know that scene where he fell? Drake fell.
I saw it. He was talking to the owl. When sports teams started using "They Not Like Us" after winning
Oh my god!
or after beating a
Especially when they
I was
beat
like,
Canadian
this
teams.
is wild.
Yeah.
What timeline is this? It was crazy.
Yeah, I saw my friend Randall.
Like,
sent
now
me
you're
a
embarrassing
video
the
of,
whole country, Drake.
Yeah. My friend Randall sent me a video of
Yeah,
it was a
rough.
kids'
That's-
party singing karaoke, and it was a Not Like Us karaoke.
No.
And he's like bleeping out all of the words, but as soon as he gets to whap 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 whap, you know the part.
Yes,
he knows
of
all
course.
the words. He's just and the family goes crazy for it. It's like, yeah, when the kids are singing it like lullabies, to the family.
Like it's a lullaby. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
you
a
know.
problem.
Oh
It's a
my
problem.
god!
Yeah, he should wait till
Yeah, I've seen
2025 to
quite a
drop.
few videos.
How do you
I've
ever
seen
live
quite a few
down
videos.
a song like
Groups of
that?
white kids like
It's like everybody's. It's so
now-
catchy. You can't go down the
Yeah.
street, people not singing A minor.
Mhm.
He's done.
And you know what we have not touched on the fact that like as much as that song is fantastic, there are quite a few accusations in there that someone should pick up. And it won't be me because I don't know.
Yeah,
these
I'm real
people.
upset about those. Like,
Do you really want to be in a court case where the feds are like, and if we turn to verse 2?
well, if
Find
people knew
find
about some
counts
of this
3 and
stuff,
4.
Yeah, people knew about the accusations. It'd
That's
be
the
like
problem.
if somebody made a rap beat for R. Kelly and it was like, R. Kelly, chill out. R. Kelly, chill out. You got that? You got one more time.
I have a list. I have a
Okay,
list here.
but did we hear that R. Kelly is taking his plea to the Supreme Court, saying
Why?
that his conviction should be overturned, and they might just hear it?
For what?
That'll
be
for
fine.
what?
Because
I mean, I'm sure they'll
What's his
hear it.
why?
It's the
I'm
law. They'd have to
sorry.
hear it. But will they? You think they?
No, they don't. They can choose.
no, they don't.
they can
Every-
choose not to
They
hear
can
it.
choose.
Whatever.
They
Oh,
can
well.
choose.
Yeah.
Even if
No,
they
what's
listen to him, I
what's his
doubt they'll let
why?
him out. Yeah.
Oh, they're
what's
going
his
to
grounds?
laugh at his face. I don't know what the.
The last
They
video I
might
saw
drag
R.
him in
Kelly
and
was
laugh
a
at him.
TikTok of people videotaping R. Kelly in jail singing songs, and I was like, oh, he's really a jailbird for real. He's just in there just.
Well, they
That is
want to.
wild.
R. Kelly wants them to throw out the sex crimes convictions,
that
all
he
of it,
committed.
arguing
the ones he did.
arguing that they should be passed due to statute of limitations.
We already
He's
got you in
saying
jail.
that
These are-
it was past time that the defendant could be charged.
So I
I
committed.
can't have
I'm not
this
saying
in
that-
my case. It's very detrimental.
He better
They're
take
saying
advantage
he
of that
didn't do it
library.
at all.
Right.
They're
Makes
saying
me
it's
look
not.
guilty.
If you already lost if your defense is and I'm innocent, it's you
Yeah.
wait. You
It was too
slow.
late. It was too
Yeah.
late. That's what happened. That's what happened.
Okay, but the way our government is set up, they would take this case to like keep us occupied,
Mm.
and then
That
And
man
then
does
the
not
Supreme
have
Court.
billions.
do
That
that.
jail
gonna get
library
you to
is
do that.
terrible. That's what he thinks he's gonna get away with. That's
Your
awful.
call to action on this. Alex's call to action is donate books to R. Kelly's
Yeah, bro. He need to read. Well, he can't read. Also, let's not forget that man can't read. So he's in jail talking about we gonna get this appealed, y'all, and I'm gonna be out of here.
You're like,
Well,
sir,
see,
you ain't got no money.
It could be in the October session. If they decide to take it up, it would be in October. It would be that quick.
All right, well, you guys join us because if that happens, we'll be talking about it.
That's not on my
And,
bingo card for 2024 at all.
I know.
Yeah, that's
Kelly
a wild.
was
That'll be a,
not
that'll
on
be
my
a
bingo
wild.
card.
The same court that takes away women's rights would definitely let R. Kelly go.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Like,
absolutely.
Let's be real clear about who we're talking about.
Mhm.
They would do it.
And then they'd sick him on us
I'm
like
not-
the purge.
You know why? Because they not like us.
Specifically, Clarence Thomas.
Yes.
Oops.
Specifically.
Like,
Okay, well, this is a great segue. I was
Wah, wah,
looking for one. I was looking for a great segue to talk about Kamala Harris and how are we feeling, kind of how that has been entered into our culture.
Our
what's
Joe
new?
Biden was not long for this earth.
Okay.
And
Let's stop now.
we just
Too much.
we just have to be. It's okay to admit when we're wrong about stuff. Because I saw so many people being like, "No, guys, we should just keep him in. Let's just be courageous and just he's doing the best he can to walk upstairs and to speak in complete sentences and remember the speeches." And when Kamala came up, people were like, "I don't know. She is black. She is black.
Now.
She
That's
is
true.
black." But now
Ooh,
we can all admit that, yeah, she was the right choice and she's making the right choices and she's doing the right things. I'm happy, especially because the only thing they can think to say about her is that she laughs and she smiles. Ugh, laughs and smiles.
Gross.
I can't believe it. Like,
You know,
come on.
but one thing I really that Sunday when Joe Biden posted on X that he was getting out of the race, I really felt sick because I thought something bad is going to happen to her. They will not let her survive. Like she will be killed. And I don't know that America is ready for a black female president, but I certainly hope and pray that they are, because I think she is brilliant. I think she has her issues in line with how I feel on certain issues, except for Israel and Gaza policy. And by the way, if you want to talk to me about that, that is fine. Anyone can in the comments. I lived in Israel for 3 years and speak Hebrew fluently. So let's have that talk. But
in this moment, we're gonna keep it.
yes, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it chill. But I don't agree with her policies on that. So,
but you did speak to a feeling that Jade had too. Jade.
Oh yeah,
Jade's like, don't put no words in my mouth.
And I will actually say, okay, so Bibi Netanyahu and I stayed at the Watergate.
No,
Hotel
wait. I am going to. I am.
You did what with me? Y'all was playing poker. What?
Okay, I was with the protesters outside though, but
I'm moving us away from that conversation. Thank you, Jules, and I'm gonna throw it to Jade and talk about whether Kamala being nominated made you feel nervous.
I felt much like Julia. It was the same fear that I had when Barack Hussein Obama said he was running for president, and you fear for the Black people's bodies when they're in that space, because we've got a long history of people being assassinated when they try to do something for things that are new or push agendas that not everyone agrees with. So fear, it was a lot of fear. But although the House of Afros, Capes, and Curls cannot say who to vote for, we can say, please vote. And I was a little more hopeful when I saw that Beyonce and Taylor Swift were doing a benefit concert.
Is that a real thing, or was that just a rumor? Is that a real thing?
I feel like it's a real thing.
When you said that, Jade, I said, this is not how politics should work, but I'm going to take it right now. This is not the way I want our politics to work, that Beyonce is the one who gets to help decide who our president is. But I'm going to move on from that.
Other than that,
and just
the PACs decide, and all the corporations with all the money contributing to the campaign finances,
Yeah.
I mean, like, side
that's
Joe Biden out.
What happened to Corey?
And the
dark money is wild.
The Swifties, I mean, that's a powerful front.
Okay, I'm in a different direction than all of y'all, and we're gonna just be okay with it. We're gonna make it.
We're gonna make it.
Was like, I cannot wait to see what Gen Z does with this. Listen, the way they're able to take like an audio clip and make a dance, and then like have this different kind of virtual grassroots energy, I was like, they're gonna serve up. And when I started seeing the videos of folks dancing, talking about coconut tree, I said, wait a minute. Oh, y'all are about to breathe some life back into like regular people, like having voice, letting their voice be heard. So I was excited to see the young folks excited. And I was excited because they called a 59-year-old woman a young woman. And I was like, when in America have we ever called a 59-year-old woman young? But if that's what we're going for, great. I am here for a woman who chose to go to an HBCU on purpose, who chose to be in Black spaces on purpose. And
when she decided to be Black, like you said.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
I'm like, from the Bay. Y'all, they not like us. Listen, let me tell you something right now, okay? She can laugh if she wants to, but she don't play. I'm excited to see what the young folks are doing.
You know, my mom was excited when she said, I heard you had something to say. You should say it to my face. My mom thought that, she giggled for days. Like, you should say it to my face. And I was like, ooh, I like that, Kamala. And then speaking of TikTok, the Never Trump dance from JD Vance, hilarious.
Oh,
if
hilarious.
You haven't seen it. So JD Vance said he was a Never Trump. I'm a Never Trump guy. And they've auto-tuned it and danced to it. Hilarious.
I have a question for you guys. I'm sorry, Crystal. It came to me.
Okay.
But what do we think about bringing out the celebrities? Does she need it? Like Megan Thee Stallion and Quavo?
Yes.
Do we need that?
Quavo's a little bit different than like Megan Thee Stallion and Beyonce, because Quavo he's been doing work around and donating money around gun control in Atlanta ever since he lost his nephew. So that's a little different from like Beyonce.
Megan Thee Stallion is here for mental health though. Like she's like, listen, bad days have bad days.
That's a good.
That's right. She did do a lot with mental health.
Yes, right? That's a very good point.
It's giving grassroots, and this is just the first time we've seen it.
That's a very good point.
She always endorses a candidate the day of the election, which I think is kind of BS with that sort of platform.
Beyonce.
Well, I guess I wonder.
What do we think? If she's doing a benefit concert, we know she donated $4 million from to a Kamala PAC. So she donated $4 million to her. Yes, it was in the news.
I just have like an overall problem, kind of to what Alex was saying, with like the way our system is built. Like, there's too much money in politics, and it's unnecessary, and that influences outside. It outsizes the work I can do in my community to really make a difference, kind of thing. Yeah. And that's just,
babe, we gotta get rid of the electoral college. Like, I got 99 problems, and like Beyonce ain't one.
And that is a big one.
Electoral college is,
and I also want to mention, like, they haven't brought it up yet, but in Nebraska, they are trying to make it winner take all versus having the blue dot. And all that's about is quieting our voice. And there's no reason for it except I don't like it. So we got a lot of work to do. And I've been telling people, like, even if you don't want to vote for president because of issues, vote local. Like, that's where the real work is anyway.
Vote for the president too.
Yes, do not let people off the hook. Okay,
I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna have a hard time voting for my president. I mean, I'm gonna do it because I'm old, but like, these young kids who want to burn the world, like, I'm not gonna have a whole conversation that they would love to burn it, right? And I'm like, not yet. Vote first, and if you can't vote for your president, vote for your local. But
okay, Crystal, pause. Just the quickest pause. I appreciate what you're saying about the money, but it was the donors who got rid of Biden, right? Like, Biden was like, I don't want to go, and the donors were like, no, I'm not going to give you any more money.
Yes,
exactly. Absolutely. Kamala made 200 mil in 2 weeks. 200 mil in 2 weeks.
I've been emailing the DC since November. What'd you say, Alex? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I was gonna say 200 mil in 2 weeks is what did it for me. Money wins campaigns. It's not voices.
And that's real and true about like how the system works, but it's not the way the system should work.
Absolutely.
Because I've been emailing the DNC since November to tell Joe Biden to drop out. I was like, you're not gonna win. The kids hate you. The kids hate you. The kids hate you.
He's a bad,
and you're very old.
Choice.
You're very old. Yeah. And then also this is another point. Thank you. But there's another point that was made during that weird press conference he did, where the reporter said to him, "When you first ran, you said that you were going to use your presidency to bridge to a younger generation. What happened to that?" And he's like, "Gubbly, gubbly, goop." And so I'm like, that's exactly the problem. These people get into power and they start thinking they're the only answer. Anyway, okay, thanks, guys. Thanks, America.
Let's just to put an end note on that. Like that man has been in office for 50 years.
That's too many years, y'all.
Years.
That's too
Think
many
about
years.
It. Like that says a few things. One, about our system, about politics, about money, about race, about gender, about socioeconomic level. Yes,
the whole spectrum of the world is broken and we just got to keep working in it. But on a happy note, when we can, as much as we can be like, America sucks, in the Olympics we can say
USA. I'm here for it.
So have you been watching? What has been a moment that really touched your heart? For me,
Simone
was when Simone and Jordan bowed to Rebecca.
Yeah.
I was wanting to call it Rebecca or Rachel, but yeah, I was like, tears, real tears. And I loved it.
All Black women on the podium. Yeah. That was significant.
Beautiful. Yes, I think so because we've all watched them grow, or, especially like we've seen Simone grow up and we've seen previous, Olympics, and it has always felt othered. I don't know. I've always felt othered until Gabby Douglas and Dominique Dawes, and really not till Gabby Douglas, just because I was a little bit closer in age around that time. But like now, it's like it's just regular to have Black people on the floor, and I loved it.
And they all did their routines to Beyonce songs. I love it.
I will say, who Jordan be actually dancing, and I love it.
Yes.
Like real. I was like, sis, did you just do the bunny rap? The Roger Rabbit? And yes,
no, when they placed on that particular
on
event,
the floor one.
Yeah, because she did Taylor Swift in
I know that whole routine.
Yes. But they switched it up. So yes.
I love it.
It was love.
I love seeing like the news. I didn't watch it, but like the news of the first Black Olympic fencer who won a medal.
It was so fun to watch. Oh my God.
You watch fencing too? Oh, you.
I'm watching the whole thing. They're climbing up a wall. I'm watching it. If they're on like a little kayak, I'm watching that. They got one leg on a kayak. I'm watching that. Soccer has been my favorite thing. I love soccer. This is the first time all the forwards are Black ever in the history of like ever. And these three women have scored all the points. They're amazing. They are killing it. They are great. One of them is Dennis Rodman's daughter, which I did not realize.
Really? I didn't realize he had kids. He didn't have it with Madonna.
She has scored our winning goals.
Carmen Electra? Who did he have kids with?
I'm not doing this with you, Jules. Naming Dennis Rodman's exes. I'm not doing that.
No.
Carmen Electra? It's not Carmen Electra.
But the soccer has been amazing. I am literally rooting for everyone Black. I saw judo. I think this lady was from Brazil. I don't know how she won. I don't know what the score was. She cried. I cried. I was like, "You won, sis. I love this for you."
So somebody on TikTok was like, "Gymnastics are a Black job now."
Yes, rugby's a Black job. Soccer's a Black job. Fencing is a Black job.
Yes,
hilarious.
It was good Black job.
JD, you watched anything that touched you?
So I don't have real television, and I don't have a channel that streams. No. So I've not really watched anything except replays on YouTube and Snoop Dogg.
Who is getting paid a massive amount of money. Good for him.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Snoop Dogg stuff. We're not on my bingo card.
That's been his life for the past 30 years. Just Snoop Dogg grandpa version.
Just hanging out,
having fun, just doing whatever he wants to do.
And hanging out with Martha Stewart.
Mm-hmm.
So
one of them's a
really
convict, one of them's not.
He was talking to Leslie Holt.
Nope.
No, not Snoop. Snoop's not convicted. He's
never been to jail.
Yeah, only
Martha.
Yeah, you've never seen that where they show Martha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they show
convicted
Martha
felon. One of them's just black.
Like only one.
Right.
So what were you saying, Jay?
He was talking to Leslie Holt about how this happened, and he was saying that his association with NBC and Peacock and all that other stuff, but that he wanted to do it, and he asked, he wanted to do it, and he felt like they wanted somebody that wanted it, and he's like, I wanted it, and he wanted to try all the things. So he's done the fencing, he did the dressage, he did all the stuff. He enjoys what he's doing. I love Snoop Dogg in this phase of his life.
He's who Will Smith thinks he is,
where he is just himself, and he is not afraid to learn. Like, he should be the poster boy for education and thinking outside the box and trying new things. Like, he is willing to do so many new things, and it's not even reinventing himself. He's just trying something new. I love it.
I do. And he's having so much fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I love it. Well, all right.
Okay, Crystal, hold on.
Go USA, go USA.
Crystal, I think we got a shout out. I cannot remember this doctor's name. I'm gonna find it somewhere in my email.
For the gymnast?
Yes. She needs to get like some type of medal of honor, because that woman single-handedly let those black girls be black. Let them just be who they are, and gave them health and wellness. And you saw them living joy. And they wouldn't have had that without a black woman. So earlier, someone was like, I don't know if this country's ready for a black president. Black women have been leading this whole Humpty Dumpty this whole time. Like, let's just, codify that and put that on the stamp.
Let's make it official.
Always lead. We always make strides, but they never give us any credit. Never.
We gotta fight.
Always disrespected.
Do we want their credit? I don't know. I don't think we even want it.
I want all the flowers. I want all the smoke. I want it.
Take them. Don't wait for them to be handed to you.
You deserve all of it.
Flowers.
I want flowers from Julia. I don't want flowers from some of these people. I'm like, I don't trust your judgment.
You always get my flowers, Stephanie.
Hey, that's the only ones I care about.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So keep watching the Olympics. I don't know how much longer we have with the Olympics, but so take your joy where you can find it, and be sure to root for everyone black.
Oh, and then the Paralympics are happening right after it. So make sure you watch the Paralympics. They're amazing.
So take it. Yes, root for everyone black. Yes, yeah. So all right, yeah. So for the culture, we are living our best lives. Now let's move into nerddom culture, guys. For the culture, black culture. Marvel is moving into phase 6. We have seen a huge eruption with Deadpool. Phase 6 is too many phases, but we won't talk about that. So, but I want to talk about that's just too much. How do you guys feel about us moving into phase 6? What does that mean for us? What does it mean for how phase 5 ended? Don't forget Jonathan Majors, even though they're trying to make us. What say you?
No, phase 4 and phase 5 are titled the Multiverse Saga. So that entire thing that we've just experienced was phase 5.
Okay, I think we skipped phase 5. I think they just were like, no, Kang Wars, no.
Well, Jonathan, if we're not doing Kang Wars, then we can't finish phase 5. We just got we just gotta, cut.
I'm so surprised that was their solution.
Well, if you're not gonna keep Jonathan Majors, you have to pivot in one direction or the other. I don't think
didn't we recast the guy from
Wait,
they recast Spider-Man every 2 years.
Yeah,
he had it in his contract that it could not be anyone else in that role. But
he's smart like that.
Yeah, but it's probably
he's not that smart. He's smart. He is that smart, but he's not very smart.
but it's probably breached because it was one of those whatever,
like a morality clause or
Yeah.
something.
morality
Yes.
clause.
Yes.
I'm sure his contract is breached.
Yes.
Didn't the guy in Iron Man get recast? Rowdy?
Rhodey?
You mean
Look
Don
at
Cheadle?
Terrence.
You're talking
Yeah.
about Don,
Yeah.
That was a whole different person.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
that's
they were
also
like,
a supporting character versus a main
I mean,
character.
Hard Out Here
Are we
for a
all
Pimp.
really going to get on board for them to recast Kang
And he
then
still
try it all
regrets
over
that.
again?
He still regrets that.
Terrence Howard, yeah.
Yes.
So speaking, okay, so Alex, this is an interesting point you've made. So like Kang as a main character is I don't know that I've ever considered. I know he's a villain. I know he's a main villain, but was he a main character for you
A
guys?
main character as far as this phase is
Yes.
concerned. Thanos was the main character of the
Okay.
Infinity Gauntlet saga. I would say that he's the main villain
I
of
thought Captain America was the main character. Wait, what?
no, the villain, the main villain,
The villain.
the main villain.
Okay, the main villain.
There's a
Okay.
protagonist and there's an antagonist, right? So I would say that the protagonist for the overall Infinity Saga was Thanos. It wasn't like Crossbones. It wasn't like Taskmaster. It was Thanos. And I would say that Kang was the main villain for this story. But if we're not going to use Jonathan Majors, I think expecting the audience to not only let him be recast, but then also buy into whatever the rest of this is and just finish it with this new person that we're probably going to kill off in the next movie anyway. I could see them just hedging their bets and being like, no, let's just burn it all and just start over, or not start over, but just continue where we would have gone if we had let him finish. Because yeah, in the comics, there's a lot of stuff, that goes on after Kang kind of tosses the football, but we're not going to get to see that stuff because Jonathan Majors isn't coming back. So
Well,
Is it? No,
He
Jules,
told-
go.
I was gonna say he told TMZ like a dummy. He commented, and it said he was heartbroken that Marvel was moving on. I'm like, you know what? You got bigger problems, and I am so surprised at Megan Good. Like, what is wrong with you? Girl?
can we talk about Megan Good finally? Is she a plant? Is she not a plant? Can we talk about it? Plant or not a plant? Let's vote.
You know, I think she might be a plant because she just did a movie, that horrible Tyler Perry movie
Voice of Black or something.
Divorce in the Black, about an abusive relationship, and she kills the man. Like,
Spoiler.
sorry, spoiler alert, do not watch that. If you make it through the first 7 minutes, then bless you. Like, but I'm gonna save you from all that.
I don't think she's a plant. I think she's literally one of those girls who's like, I can make it better. I don't know. Maybe I'm not a girl's girl, but I feel like I am. And I think she is messed up in the brain about men.
I think she was the one.
So I think she's fully on board with
that
Jonathan
was
Majors.
I think she was the one that was
Say it again,
texting
Jay.
him.
That's what I think,
she was
Jay.
the one that was texting him.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
Mhm.
So it wasn't that she came in.
Which
She's the
supports
other
my
woman.
theory.
She's the
He
other
was
woman.
getting ready to break up with the little other girl.
Mhm.
He's
I don't think
King,
Megan is
but
a
okay.
plant. I think she was already there.
I
That
agree
supports
with
my
Jay.
theory that she's Looney Tunes about men.
I don't know.
I do have the synopsis for the Kang story that would have continued. This was released a few days ago.
Okay.
Fandom Wire is the
Sure.
website that I'm on right now. Okay, so quote, in this film, the TVA gathering anchor beings from across the multiverse, believing they are the only ones powerful enough to defeat the Council of Kangs. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield were the anchors from their realities, while Tom Holland was the anchor for 616. The movie intended to be smaller in scope compared to Secret Wars, focusing on Holland, Toby, Andrew Garfield, Hugh Jackman, and other anchors like Nicolas Cage. The plan was for all of them to ultimately fail, leading to the collapse of the multiverse and Kang's creation of Battle World. This would then set the stage for Secret Wars, which is the next movie coming, where other Marvel characters and additional multiverse figures would converge in Battle World. So like I said, Kang would have passed the baton to somebody else, but instead we just have to kind of skip what that
So
was.
who would Nicolas Cage have been?
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider.
They were bringing back Ghost Rider?
Mm-hmm.
This is what happens when you people don't act right. Okay,
It is correct.
Is this a hot take? But Jonathan Majors was great as King. Like that last
Yeah, I like
episode of Loki was sensational. I was like,
Yes.
He was
"Luna
great.
Apple, that was fantastic."
Yeah.
He's a great actor.
I would not be surprised if a few months from now something happens, RDJ drops out because the story isn't going to work,
That would surprise me.
and somehow Jonathan Majors is slid back into a role.
That wouldn't surprise you? That sounds incredibly surprising. I was like, wait.
That sounds incredibly implausible because Robert Downey Jr. is not going anywhere.
And Jonathan Majors, white people not gonna let a black man who I'm not going
on
allegedly
that video.
No, there was a video. There's no alleged. There's a video, and he got convicted. So he was guilty. He got convicted. He did it.
Yeah, Disney not gonna let him back. Regardless,
I don't know why we're saying it with such confidence. Like I'm like, I don't think so either. But like, we shouldn't say it with such confidence. These corporations, like, if they can figure out a way to make this money work, Alex, what's Ezra's problem?
My hope is that instead of deciding that Kang is dead and we just don't bring him back, that Jonathan Majors at least gets to die in a movie of some kind, so we can like send him off for real, instead of like he just died somewhere and like poof, and now he's just
he's still in the quantum.
Well, he died in Loki.
Yes, and in Ant-Man.
Oh,
and in Loki too. So that's 3 L's for the amazing villain,
the biggest villain. Yeah, they weren't doing him right anyway, but.
That's less L's than Drake took. So honestly,
but I mean, I agree with you, Stephanie. I think he is an amazing actor, and I hope he does all the things they ask people to do, whether it's real or not. Well, I hope it's real.
I want it to be real.
I want him to go to therapy, get better, talk to people, and make friends, and maybe make it back into the universe. But Jade and Jules, you brought up RDJ, and it seems like you have a separate different field.
Oh yes, I cried at Tony Stark's funeral. Okay,
I mean, me
I was
too.
very distressed. I couldn't believe that Iron Man was leaving MCU. But I love him. I love him as an actor. I loved him in Chaplin. Okay. I loved him. Yes, that was an excellent movie on Charlie Chaplin.
No, I'm saying your love is deep because I've never heard of Chaplin.
Like, that was his like bad boy phase, like
that's
80s.
early. That's early RDJ.
Like he was always a great actor. He just had alcohol and substance abuse issues. He didn't beat up on women.
Issues.
Okay, he did
that we know of.
No, that would have come out. Like we don't know. I am not giving Jonathan Majors a pass. Like he is dead to me. He is done. He beats up on women, and I think it's a chronic thing.
Oh, do you see that? Okay,
well, yeah, now other women did come forward and say
Mm-hmm.
that they also had similar relationships.
Yes, yes, he is a habitual offender.
Everybody.
Yes, he's got problems. Like he's got to go.
Yeah.
Oh no, I hate to see him. I just don't like Tony Stark or whatever his name is. I just don't care.
Okay, tell me, Seth, you don't like Tony. You didn't like Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark? Because that's a hot take, sis.
I'm not like. I just don't. Is he the villain? See, I don't know. I'm just not.
Iron Man is the villain. Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Iron Man was never the villain.
Oh my God, we got Ultron because of Tony Stark.
Look,
he made missiles. He made missiles.
He could be an anti-hero, but he was never a villain.
Oh, never say never. He was a villain.
Mm-hmm.
He made a mistake with Ultron.
To the hyenas, Simba's a villain.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Same scenario. Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man is just Iron Man has blood on his hands.
A whole
Remember,
city's
don't you
dead.
remember when Alfre Woodard cornered him in the hospital and said, "You killed my son.
Right.
You did it."
Right. Yeah.
Okay, but I mean, he can't be
I don't
responsible
even
for the
think
fact that the
that
villains
was
attacked.
fan.
Like, what's it called? Okay, yeah,
Ultron?
I'm sorry, I missed it. No, I'm sorry. Say it again. What's what called?
yeah. Was it Sokovia? Where were they?
Oh, Sokovia.
Sokovia. But can I say, guys, I wasn't with Jules, but then y'all over attacked him, and now I'm like, maybe I love Tony Stark now. I think you guys have
No,
gone too
don't.
far.
He is so
Jay's like, not at all.
He is a villain. He is a villain.
no, never.
Villain
Never.
is so strong.
Never,
It is.
never a villain.
It is.
They needed Tony Stark to reverse the snap, okay? Like, they would not have been able to do that or bring anyone back without my man Tony Stark, okay?
But that's why I thought it was
That's
good that
Tony.
he died. I did think it made sense that he died as like part of the redemption arc. Like he had done and been part of so many big things that led to them that he did have to call it. He did have to give the ultimate sacrifice for him to like.
Because generally,
Oh,
the
okay,
villain,
Stephanie.
the
Not mind me
anti-hero
dead.
has to be redeemed. So
The anti-hero has to be redeemed. That's what Tony
You're
was.
like, point made.
He was an anti-hero.
All right.
that's also called a villain.
You'll give it.
No, it is not.
In some books. That is
Tony Stark. Tony Stark is like a devil
we're
who
gonna
cares.
agree to disagree. We're gonna agree to disagree
The
on that one,
anti-hero
guys.
can do villainous things.
And Jade, I'm pulling my host powers, so please, everyone, listen. We're
What kind of magic
close
is
to
that?
calling it a wrap on today's episode, but I want to do some like last minute call outs and then invite you to join us again in 2 weeks and on August 21st at 7 p.m. so that you can join our conversation for Deadpool. So if you haven't seen it, you still have a couple weeks to get in there because we're going in, and apparently we'll have more RDJ talk in that one too because of his appearance there. Jay, do you want to talk about what the house is doing in the upcoming?
Alert.
Oh, did I just do a spoiler?
I can't confirm or deny it. I've seen the movie, so
Stephanie's face did a lot of stuff. I mean, it's if you're on social media, you know, and I apologize if you
I
didn't.
haven't seen anything. I've been purposely not watching anything.
Oh, you didn't see the. Okay, my bad.
Jade of House
Jade,
Valerian. Okay.
What's the
I don't
house?
think the
What's the
host
house
powers-
up to?
listen, it's all good. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. House powers allow me to just do spoilers with no repercussions. Okay, Jade, you want to send us out with some plugs for the house?
Well, AfroCon is coming up. I was trying to think what's next, but
Yes.
we will have a nap night in August, the last Sunday of the month at UNO in the CEC at 2 p.m. Doors open. And AfroCon is October 11th and 12th. The 11th will be a viewing at Film Streams, and the 12th will be at Metro Community College for Omaha campus. All day tickets are on sale now.
So we'll hope to see you at those events, and we'll hope to see you next on August 21st, where we'll be discussing Deadpool. Thanks all of our guests for joining us this week. Thanks for your hot takes. Sorry I had to, shut some of you guys down, but that is what I do as the host. Thank you for joining the League of Extraordinary Excellent Negroes, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks.
Bye. Oh, that's me. I'm sorry. I forgot. I still got to do some things.
Yeah. I was like, everyone wave until the.
Oh, we'll just edit it out.
Until the outro.
We'll just freeze
Okay,
frame.
awkward. Right. Okay, freeze frame. We're going out.
Goodbye now. Yeah. Goodbye.